Welcome into 5 Minute Fantasy on the SGPN network. Here we're going to talk about the top 12 projected rookies for 2024. Before we get started, make sure you go over to Underdog Fantasy and download Underdog Fantasy and use promo code FFSGPN. So again, 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get it all done. Marvin Harrison Jr. starts off as the number one player off the board based on Underdog ADP. He's projected for 191 points in sleeper. For full PPR, it's 229. He's come off the board as a wide receiver 9 and 13. So he gets Kyler Murray. He's going to be the alpha. He's going to get a lot of targets, and he is a big play alpha threat. I don't have any problem with where he is. What do you think? Malik Neighbors is number 2 off the board. I know a lot of people are concerned about the Giants landing spot. He's 29th off the board, wide receiver 20, projected for 178 points, 214 PPR. Then we have Xavier Worthy. He's going off very early. The Rashee Rice situation, it's obviously best ball, so that might play into things. But he's the fastest guy in the NFL, and you get him projected for he's wide receiver 34. He's projected for 150 points. He's going 59th overall. A little too spicy for me. Roma Dunze, he's gonna be wide receiver 37. 67th player off the board, projected for 168 points. A lot of mouths to feed. I don't know, a little too pricey for me. I love him in Dynasty, not necessarily for 2024. And then the next player on the board is going to be Ladd McConkey. He's probably the number 1, if not the number 2 there for the Chargers, but it's going to be a low pass volume offense. What do you think about this? He's going off as the 70th player, wide receiver 39. He's projected for 141 points. 172 if you do PPR. Keon Coleman. Everybody loves this guy. He's an absolute riot. He's got the friendship bracelets. He's got the big puff jacket. He's super funny. But he also goes to Josh Allen. They've thrown 34 touchdowns a year the last 3 seasons. They lose Gabriel Davis. They lose Stephon Diggs. And Josh Allen handpicked this guy. So you wonder where the targets are going to go. It's going to be him. Everybody wants to be right. They used a high draft pick on him. Keon Coleman, we'll see where he fits in this offense. He's going off the board, number 71, wide receiver 40, projected for 133.9 points and in 158 in PPR. That's not huge production, but maybe wide receiver 3 territory. You're looking at the next guy, Brian Thomas Jr. Calvin Ridley is gone. They did bring in Gabe Davis, but this guy is a big play threat that can play on the outside, and he's going off the board as wide receiver 42, 75th overall, projected for 133 points, 158 in PPR. What do you think about Brian Thomas Jr.? Pairs up with Trevor Lawrence. Jonathan Brooks, very interesting player. He's coming off an ACL injury. He's the number 1 running back. He got very high draft capital. He's a young player, and he should be ready to go for training camp. But it is about a 10-month recovery, and he's going to be pushing about 9 months when the season starts. Based on his timetable. So, you could see a little bit of a ramp up, similar to Breece Hall last year, who finished the season strong, but started off on a little bit of a snap count. But it's a rookie. They may not rush him. We'll see. If they do and he goes off, Rachaad White was awesome in that Dave Canales offense. Jonathan Brooks is going to have a great future. I just don't know about the immediate impact being that high. People are tempering their expectations. He's going off the board at pick 90, RB24, and he's projected for 157 points. So the 4th most out of the players we've talked about already, and could be an RB2, if not an RB3. Next is Caleb Williams. I know that a lot of you are playing Superflex leagues. He's going to go a lot higher in Superflex, but in 1 quarterback leagues, he's still someone to consider. He's QB11, QB11 off, and pick 97. Projected for 287 points. He's got a little bit of rushing upside on top of all the weapons they have there in Chicago all of a sudden. Brock Bowers, the number 1 tight end out of the rookie class, really the only one to consider here. 10 and 11, 101. It's projected 119, but in PPR, 145 points would be nice. Would be a top 12 finish. Trey Benson. If James Conner went down, Trey Benson would be an absolute stud. I think you need to go pick him up. He's RB30. Pick 102, he's projected for 110 points, 117 in PPR formats. And then last but not least, Jaden Daniels, the rushing upside, Cliff Kingsbury, Rookie of the Year, Kyler Murray, could be all over again. What do you think? That's it. 5 minutes.